Alright guys, it's time for another episode of I Love That Show. And the show that I want to talk about today is a show that comes on New Year's Eve in Japan. There are many, there's a whole category of celebrity in Japan, and it's called the Genojin. And you think about them, they're pretty much like comedians or entertainers. And some of them have, they have, their shtick, whatever that is, like a catchphrase or like their little emotion they do, and that's their thing, and people just love it here. And some of these groups, they always do it in pairs, or not most of the time it's in pairs. And some of these groups, once they form, they're active in the Japanese entertainment industry for, decades. And one of these groups is a group called Downtown. And a couple of, maybe 10 years ago, they started doing all these weird videos. And one of them picked up steam, and you're not supposed to laugh. Like, that's the whole theme of the show. So they put them in some strange scenario, and then they just try to make them laugh for a whole day. And every time they laugh, there's like a punishment. So they had all these different punishments throughout the years, and now the system is just some guy comes out with maybe like a foam bat, maybe a little bit harder than that, and just gives them a good whack in the behind. And it sounds crazy, but it's really funny. So they, for example, maybe they'll be working like in a newspaper publishing house, and there's all these gags to make them laugh, and there'll be hotel bellhops for a day, and there'll be all these gags to make them laugh. So it's pretty much, these guys they're working in this situation, and everything around them is set up to make them laugh. And there's hundreds of cameras, and they film them for a whole day. And then they condense that whole day down into 5 or 6 hours, and they play that from New Year's Eve, from 6:30 until over midnight. And it's become one of the things to watch during New Year's Eve in Japan. So the reason why that's such a big deal is because in Japan, New Year's is a very special family holiday where a lot of people, they don't go out. Well, younger people do, but a lot of people just stay home and spend it with their families. So they're usually at home watching something on TV. And this is one of the things that a lot of people watch. Since I've been living in Japan, which has been more years than I care to say, that's definitely one of the TV shows that I always watch, for the New Year. Sometimes I fall asleep, but it really is a really interesting show, and I enjoy watching it. So if you know someone who lives in Japan, or if you're in Japan yourself, you've never seen it, which I find it hard to believe, please check it out. I'll put the name here, and then you can check that out. It's a really funny TV show, so if you have a chance, check it out. Alright guys, that's it for today. Take care.